Maronnero Carmen, aiutici tu.
And benvenuti, fellas and bellas all over the world. Welcome to another episode of the Napoli Rant. I am Raf Bids, joined by my co-host, Rafa Rismo.
Yo, Raf Bizzarro! Come stai oggi? Come stai quest'estate?
Tutto a posto. Pretty good. It's cooling down a little bit, but welcome to you, Rafa, and welcome to all our listeners. Let's get this rant on the road, because it has been an eventful summer here, Rafa, not only because of the weather, but because of this mercado. There's a lot going on. We saw a few preseason games these past couple weeks, and you know, we've been away. We did a nice Scudetto episode. Kind of took July off, something we do. That's like our break.
Much needed.
Yeah, much needed. Plus, we get to like fully absorb everything that happened the last season, take a break from it all, sit back and enjoy it. It's something Quentin told me the other day. He's like, you got to sit back and kind of enjoy it, as opposed to just getting right back into the next season. But
I'm with you there. There's something to be said about that, because I will say this. Every single season, I'm glued to the phone, to the internet, to the news, and usually I get let down and I gotta wait and I gotta this, and it's a drag, and it's like, and this year maybe not as on purpose as I meant for it to be, maybe not as like, you know, like I just haven't been paying as much attention to it as I always do. And the 1 year I don't, well, you know, we had the addition to the business, and there's a lot of stuff going on.
right.
That just took my attention away from all this. And the one summer that I don't really live on Tutto Napoli or like Calciomercato, or you know, the social media outlets. I haven't posted on X in how long, you know, and we're making moves left, right, and center.
Lightning fast.
And maybe there's something to that. Just friggin' keep your head away from all this crap for a while. Don't get so wrapped up in it, and maybe something good will happen. So, you know, it's been really. I've missed Napoli social media. I've missed Napoli content, and I've missed being, you know, gloating online and all over the place about being Campione d'Italia again. But honestly, it was good for my soul, and I think I'm ready to come back. So here we are, episode 1 of the season, and let's go. Let's get it.
Let's start with some big news. I think, Rafa. Let's start with some big news here. Something that started as a chat project, if you will, during COVID, around 5 years ago, maybe even longer, and has since evolved. It's a project that we were working on. Shout out to the boy Quentin who helped me along, and you, Rafa, who have helped me along with all this. But the project name was called Calcio Napoli Club USA. And the idea of it was to kind of help unite people throughout the whole country and beyond, even whether it be from Canada, Latin America, or even international, for people to kind of come from all over the country and talk Napoli and, you know, maybe create some type of meets. People always ask, where can I go to watch a game? Where can I go to meet people? So we had created this thing on Facebook, and it did okay. You know, it did okay with the chat. It stalled slightly, but we brought it back to life. So I wanted to introduce the Napoli world out there to a new site that we created called cncusa.org. Yes, it is official. We put it on Twitter now, and the official site is that. And it's basically a place that we created to have the main goal of it is really for all the clubs throughout the USA and the world to come and post their meets right onto the site. There's so many people who ask, where can I go to watch a game? Are there any groups in this state? Are there any groups in that state? Maybe they're traveling, what have you. And I was like, man, why don't we centralize all this, help promote the clubs, and give people information where they can go out and find, well, where can I attend a Napoli meet? So here it is, cncusa.org. If you have a club, again, anywhere in the world, and you want to contribute to this, we have an email. It's cncusa26@gmail.com. You can find all the contact on the website. You can contact me there. Tell me your club's meets, and I'll post it for you. This is a completely free service, no purchase necessary, and it's just a tool for everybody to use to help promote the things that they're doing. So I think it's really cool. And in addition to that, there's so many people with great opinions out there. There's people who want to write things, post things, or whatever. So the site also has a blog. It's an area where if you want to write an article, if you want to have an opinion piece, if you have something good to say or something critical to say, and you want to put it out there, maybe you want to use it as some way to build your portfolio if you're chasing something else out there, this is a great place for someone to do that. Again, you send your article to the email. If you have a thumbnail you want me to post up, I'll put it all up there. I'll organize it for you. Again, completely for free. And it'll be a great way to get people's opinions out there. Now, I reached out to a lot of the clubs, a lot of people who I know who are content creators, so they already know. But the site is live, and I'm going to be sharing it. So please, 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 please show your support. If you have a club out there, please reach out to me. Reach out to the email. Let me know the details, and I will put it up for you at no charge. It's just something. It's this community building, folks, and it's something that I've been working on for years, and it's finally come to fruition. And with all the buzz and hype around Napoli, I thought this is the perfect time. So here it is, cncusa.org. Check it out. Show some love. Come to the Napoli Discord and the Napoli Rant Discord. If you want to talk more, you can contact me via Twitter, whether it be through the Napoli Rant or now CNCUSA26 on Twitter. Instagram, not quite up yet, but we're working on it. But you can start there. And I just really, really hope everybody takes advantage of this because, I mean, it's a wonderful tool, and I'm super excited about it, Rafa.
I'm excited about it too, Ralph. And I think this is a good way to network ourselves, but also one of the things I really want to make sure we do, and, you know, I might be a little premature in, saying this on the air, but we have been talking a lot about visiting other clubs. And I really, really, really want to try to make good on that this season. We have to at least do a couple. It's a long season, so we'll get to as many as we can. But
Sure.
I definitely want to make sure we get out there and meet more of you. We've done a lot for certain clubs around the area here, and now we want to kind of branch out to like other clubs to help get the realization out, to spread the word out. I particularly would like to go meet Timu Rafa down in Philly. But yeah, man. So let's all go to cncusa.org and get our names out there. All the clubs should be able to help us by helping themselves put their names out there, because there are a lot of fans out there that I think are gaining more and more. We're gaining more and more recognition, Ralph, with the moves that we've been making in this offseason, especially. And said to you towards the end of last season, I feel like this is a revolution. This is like the dawning of a new era. And in 20 years of ADL and 20 years of Napoli being what it is today, I think the next 20 years are going to be very, very exciting for this club.
Absolutely, Rafa, which was kind of like my inspiration to this all, aside from so many people reaching out, wanting to know where to go. So it all kind of comes together. It all kind of manifested itself, and here we are. And to watch this growth has the whole journey in itself has just been tremendous. So, yeah, I mean, guys, here it is. I mean, it's available now. We have it. It exists. Use it. Use these tools. They're free to you. We put this together to make sure that every club has the resources to promote themselves. And if there's anything that we can do to help you, anything, it doesn't matter, a graphic, a logo, a shout out, a promo, we're happy to do it, guys, because, part of the Raf and Raf Napoli rant here has been just that, to help bring the Tifoseria together. So here we are. But cncusa.org, be sure to check it out, guys. But let's get into Napoli now, because there's so much to dissect. I mean, we are seeing a crazy transfer window right now. I believe we got almost like 6-7 signings so far. We did a couple moves. We're going to talk about some moves that made us sad, some moves that are making us happy. But do we start with KDB? I mean, that's the big name here, isn't it, Rafa? Kevin De Bruyne, Noah Lang, Kemi, Luca. I mean, Gutierrez right around the corner. Possible Juan Lu transfer. I mean, an exit with Simeone and Raspadori. Zanoli quite possibly getting loaned to Bologna now. I mean, like, Mana has been busy, man, hasn't he?
Well, so the reason why I think I've been so, like, my nerves have been so calm is, like I said, not only have I stayed away from all of the rumor and BS of that comes with calcio mercato in the summer, but these moves have been happening swift and constantly. The first signing was a free last season when we signed Spinazzola for free. I kept saying all season long, it's a move that we don't usually make. It's an older player, it's a free signing. We don't usually do these things. Mm-hmm. And then we follow that with Kevin De Bruyne just about a week after the season is over. He made ADL, he being ADL pronouns, right? He basically said it went from, I heard Kevin De Bruyne was looking for a house nearby, to bang, he's the first signing. And that signing alone puts Napoli on the map, because more than once have I been out and about in a Napoli jacket or with a hat on or with something on, at the shop, clients coming in going, whoa, Napoli, De Bruyne, mm-hmm. That is probably, I would say, up there with, now let's not compare De Bruyne and Maradona, mm-hmm. but it has to be one of the most high profile signings that Napoli has ever made outside of Maradona, because when Napoli signed Maradona in '84, he was already considered to be, one of a competitor to Pele's greatest player of all time.
Right.
I'm not saying De Bruyne is the greatest player of all time, but right now he's probably the best midfielder in the world.
Sure.
And Antonio Conte has the knack of finding the best out of players where he's already versatile, experienced, won a Champions League, won in the English League, won everywhere he's been, and it's something that solidifies our status as a club, but also will help us out on the pitch. So that right there was, that could have been one of the only moves we made and shape for the season. However, in my opinion, Napoli is winning this entire offseason from top to bottom. And I'm really quickly going to move from the Mercato and go right to the kits, because you know me, Kit Man Ralph, Kit King,
you know us. You know the whole damn Napoli community. I mean,
literally,
guys.
So
beauty.
We went from waiting forever for kit drops to having the kits released without a dramatic countdown, without a date of release, without any of that stuff. And finally, the third kit is released.
Yes.
With hours notice before the season starts. Last season, the third kit wasn't released until like 10 games in.
Right.
And just the difference in that strategy as well. Not that has anything to do with us on the pitch, but it has a lot to do with us marketing worldwide, in a worldwide marketing sense. We wait and wait and wait and wait and wait, and then it comes out and it's great. But we didn't have to wait very long, and we didn't have to wait very long for quite possibly the winners of the kits 2025-26 in Serie A for sure, but maybe in all of football, because the three kits we came out with, obviously I'm talking about the home kit, blue, with the beautiful white on the collar, with the beautiful, sleeves, with the stripes coming down, embedded and embossed with the ends, and the Scudetto, of course, and then the white ones, the away ones, which represent the city so well. And I'm not going to go over what's included. You can go to Shadow of Vesuvio, the episode 72, and listen to them break that down.
Yes.
One of, if not the greatest kit I've ever seen in my life. And then just hours ago, just today, not only do we come out with the third kit, but it's a mocha kit.
It's a mocha.
And I don't want to toot my own horn, but a lot of people were speculating on what this was. And I don't know if anyone realized that, oh shit, this could be like a coffee color kit. And I'm the only one. I scrolled a little bit, and I can't say I scrolled all the way, but I scrolled a little bit on Napoli's post when they teased this. And they had the cup of, the tazza de cafe and just zooming in on the cafe and then going 1500, meaning, not at 3:00 in Italian time.
Right.
And I said it. I said, are we talking about a coffee color kit? Like a espresso color kit? And what happened? That's exactly what we got. But not only is it espresso color, but the lettering and the logo and even the names and numbers on the back and sponsors are blue. It's the
fire,
probably my favorite Napoli kit of all time. And you can bet your ass I bought one this morning.
Did you?
I made sure I bought a 5X and I put Buongiorno on the back. Now, because how could you not have a cafe, a maglia di cafe with Buongiorno not on it? Like, to me,
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
To me, that was perfect. So Buongiorno is on it. But these kits, Ralph, this year bury any kit I've seen Napoli come out with in the ADL era. I think it's up there with the Maradona kit with the Scudettos on it.
I mean, that whole that last Coppa year was, to me, still top notch. But this,
sure, absolutely. But Coppa in general is top notch. Coppa in general makes top notch kits.
Sure.
I think that, especially for the EA7, but especially in the era of ADL, these kits here are probably the nicest kits I've ever seen. Like, Napoli continues to outdo themselves, and especially since we won the Scudetto with the getting rid of the Lete, which I didn't mind as much as most people did, especially on white kits, and especially without the box around the red box.
Right.
But I think that these are the Napoli are winning in every aspect of the off season this year, in my opinion.
Mhm.
And I think I like it so much more because I'm not laser focused online and every day obsessing about Napoli off season. I
Right.
think as it comes, I'm like, damn, this is top notch. Like, I don't need to be because it's all coming out and I see the news and I look at it and it's like it's doing it for me, right?
Got
So thank you to everybody involved because I really do believe that this is probably one of the best summers as a Napoli fan that I can remember in a very, very, very
Oh
long
yeah.
time.
Oh yeah.
Stress free, worry free. I
Ra-
mean,
Rafa, we get first of all, we bounce back from 10th place, win a Scudetto, make numerous signings, big names coming along, drop gorgeous kits. I mean, so far so good, right?
and most of it was done before we even sold Osimhen. So like the
Right.
stress of selling Osimhen kind of fell off our shoulders for a little bit. Am I correct? Because one of the things that we were really stressed about when we sold Kvara was replacing him. And one of the things that we're really stressed about going into the end of the season was, oh, we got to make sure we sell Osimhen. And that was kind of getting dragged on a little bit, but no one was really that like. I mean, I don't know. Again, I was away from the social media and all the chats. By the way, shout out to all my friends on all the chats that we're in. And I apologize for being away, but it's been such a busy summer for me personally and professionally that I just haven't been able to do it. And I don't really know what the consensus is, but if I'm speaking for myself, I wasn't that worried about selling Osimhen or not. I really wasn't. I know it would benefit us, but I also know like we made all these moves without selling Osimhen. Now selling
Right.
Osimhen will just be icing on the cake,
Sure.
you know?
Sure. I mean, I'm with you there. I was pretty confident, Ozinem was going to find somewhere to go, and it turned out to be in
Galatasaray.
Galatasaray.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
everybody gets what they want.
So be it. We all
Grazie,
have our
grazie a
opinion
te,
on it.
Prince Victor. Grazie a te.
The saga is over. I wish him the best. He lifted a Scudetto with us. I'm happy for that. But what's done is done. Here we are.
It's
Rafa.
impossible for me to feel ill. I'm sorry, and then we'll move on.
No.
It's impossible for me to have ill feelings about anybody that brings us any sort of glory. Kvara and Osimhen together brought Napoli and Spalletti brought Napoli their first Scudetto in how many years? They left the way they left, which maybe makes it a little sour leaving. But you know what? At the end of the day, at the end of their careers, at the end of our lives, we're going to look back and be like, man, that Kvara season, that Kim season, that Raspadori, that Simeone, that Spalletti, that Osimhen, like Zielinski. How can you not continue to Lozano? How can you not continue to have? I understand people and how upset they are the way they left, but you know what? It doesn't matter to me as much. What matters to me is what they brought us. And
Sure.
it's all steps in the direction of where we're going now.
No, absolutely. Absolutely, Rafa. I don't think the thing is, us not Napolitani, we have our heart on our sleeve always. And I always say, like, you'll be careful who you fall in love with, folks, because, here today, gone tomorrow kind of thing. But I think it's important that you enjoy the moment. You're never going to forget the first Scudetto in the ADL era, the one that came finally after 3 decades. All right. To all the older heads who were there, who experienced the things in the 80s, who experienced the ups and downs, and to all the I guess the young crowd who did not experience that and probably just saw Napoli to what we see him today, we all share that moment. And that moment is never going to go away, despite what players do go away. Did Kvara, Osimhen, among others, hurt our feelings at times? Yes, they did. But it doesn't matter because what's important is what they brought to us at that time. And Napoli continues in an upward trajectory. They continuing to head into this dynasty mode. They are champions once again last season. Now we have 2. We are certainly favored four, I should say, 2 in the ADL, but 4. We're certainly favorites for number 5 next season. I mean, if we did it with a skeleton crew last season, all of a sudden we're reinforcing the hell out of this team this season. I mean, I already looked at the odds. They were way
I'm just
lower.
doing that right. I'm actually just doing that right now. When I looked at the odds,
plus 200 something or something.
When I looked at the odds about a month ago, we were about a plus 250 to win.
250, yeah.
But not too much in front of Inter. But we've made some substantial moves since, and you know, I just can't see another team in Italy, you know, that has been as active as we have. There's still a lot of time left in the Mercato. I mean, there's, the Mercato ends beginning of September. Normally the Mercato goes into the season, like we're waiting 2 weeks, but like into the season, but I can't see any other team doing as well as we have at all. I mean, right now we're minus 550 as far as the app that I like to use. There are still teams with a minus, though. I mean, so we're minus 550, Inter minus 340, Juve minus 190, and Milan minus 550.
Wow. We're talking about we were plus 800 last season. I remember when I put in my bet. I think before that, during the summer, was like 1,200, and then the odds got better.
Bro, if you bet $1,000 for Napoli to win the Scudetto, you're only going to win $181.82.
That's crazy. That is.
Can you believe that?
Easy. I mean, wow.
Like, I know we said that, I gave us the favorite tag after the first Scudetto, or the third Scudetto. I keep saying it. After the third Scudetto 3 years ago, two years ago now, 3 seasons ago. But we did not have we were not favored to win it, and rightfully so, I guess, because we all know how that season turned out. But this is an undeniable. It's undeniable. It's undeniable. The moves that we've made compared to everybody else, and I know Inter haven't locked in on Lookman yet, and I know Lookman might, there's a lot of time and room for us to sign more players too. Juve, I guess they're going to be favored because they're Juve. Milan, I can see they did make some moves too, Luka Modric in the midfield on one game a season. Like normally I'd be like, he's too old. One game a week. Modric on the field for Milan might do well. Roma's only a plus 150. I like the moves they made, but honestly, I don't see anybody touching Napoli in Serie A this year, man. I just don't. And I know we're getting ahead of ourselves because we wanted to talk later about expectations, and maybe we'll get into it more in depth. But this is how I feel about the Mercato early. Right. It's based on the Mercato only. So we can break down everything else and look at all the positions and, who plays where and what and how we're going to field and this and that. The truth is, I don't think it matters. Because like you said, I know we skated by the edge of our teeth, or I don't know what the saying is. We
the skin of our teeth.
Skated on thin ice, or,
by the skin of our teeth or something.
By the skin of our teeth, we made it to the Scudetto. And I actually am going to quote, I forgot who said it, Vincenzo or Gianluca on Joe Fischetti's new podcast. By the way, shout out to Joe Fischetti on the YouTube. I love it.
Sure.
But they said everything that happened last season, and honestly, we said this too. I just realized that we said this too in the last episode of last season. Everything had to fall into place to win this Scudetto. So there's nothing to look at where, oh, well, if we did this differently or if that happened, you can look at all of it. There's not one thing. It's all of it. The billing goal, the Meret saving the penalties, the everything that happened, McTominay's resurgence, everything that happened, the fact that we had to sell Kvara, everything that happened last season won us the Scudetto by 1 point. And what did we say? We said if we take that team into next season with 4 competitions, not 3, 4 competitions, will never make it. But now I don't know, and I've said this before recently, I don't know how we've ever been more deep than now. I think the depth that we have is incredible, and we really opened up the pockets.
I may have posted that on Twitter like a few weeks back, and I said this
Couldn't
is
tell
going
you.
to be. Yeah, no, it's all right. No,
Dude.
but I did say something. I had said, I was like, this is definitely going to be one of Napoli's deepest teams in the ADL era for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, I think it already is. I think it already is.
Yeah,
especially with the possibility of getting maybe one or two more signings. I mean, Conte is trying hard to develop this team that are basically it's not just bench players, but it's almost a whole roster of starters.
It's funny. My dad,
starters.
Right. My dad always said this to me. To do well in Europe in the Champions League, you have to have two teams. The thing with Juventus, Inter, all those years, you know, some of the Milan teams, is they always had two teams where you can field a B team and win a Scudetto with a B team, or go close to a Scudetto with it. You can field a B and compete, then you're in good shape. And Napoli never was able to do that.
Right.
But here we are, man. Like Vanya Milinkovic-Savic? Are you kidding? And we're keeping Meret?
Yeah.
And now Donnarumma's on the market because he's not going to be kept by PSG for some strange, ungodly reason.
Yeah.
What if we sell Meret and get Donnarumma? Like,
that'd be nuts.
But you see, this is where my mind is going this year, and it's rational. It's not like it's an irrational thought. Thinking about getting players like Jack Grealish, thinking about getting players like Lookman to be in for Lookman, thinking about getting guys like you know the guys that we've already gotten.
Sure.
Why is it out of line to think about, oh shit, you know, Donnarumma's on the market. Let's sell Meret and buy Donnarumma.
Right.
Like it not that it's likely to happen, but
it could happen.
It's no longer a dream, right? We always used to say, oh, we can always dream. One can dream. Now it's like, I could see that happening.
Yeah, no, right. Now it's like this dream has become a reality, and we have options. We have the president who's, you know, putting his money where his mouth is. And we have a manager on the bench so far who I think is going to create this cycle and hopefully, you know, the day that Conte is gone will certainly bounce off of this and just keep moving forward. What I like about it all now is some people, oh, Kevin De Bruyne a little older, the injuries, that of course there's always a cause for concern. However, these names attract eyes. They attract news media. They attract a lot. They put spotlights onto Napoli, which is what we need if we want to bring in more of these quality players.
Well, and I was just going to say that, Ralph.
I think these are the names that we need. This is kind of what we need, you know?
Because these names attract the names.
Right.
Right?
Right, sure.
You have McTominay in as well as he did. And now you have Kevin De Bruyne. And coupled with the fact that we really did, I mean, aside from Simeone and Raspadori, God love them forever. Mm-hmm. We really didn't dismantle this club. And now you got guys like I said, Jack Grealish wants Napoli.
Right.
There are players that said, I want Napoli. Yunus Musa, I want to play at Napoli. Like, dude, like this is heavy stuff, man. It's heavy. It's heavy in the best way possible. Like, sorry, Rocco. I'll say this really quick. Rocco and I were discussing, like, yeah, but where would you put, you know, De Bruyne? Who's gonna sit? Oh, well, what about so and so? And I'm like, and this is a problem. Why? Why is this a problem? This is not a problem.
Good problems to have.
Great problem to have. Yeah.
Right. I think, Rafa, so many people are concerned with who's the starting 11. And I don't know if we need to be concerned about who is the starting 11. I think One, we need to stay healthy. And I think the reality is that we'll face some injuries. So people will get time. We have a lot of games. People will get time. I know a lot of people question Conte's and his substitutions. I mean, if he came up in the
but you know
Discord,
what? But we're getting the players he wants, Ralph.
Right.
The players that he wants, now it's on him. Now it's on Conte. The substitutions, again, I've said this before, and I know that recently the Italian Football Podcast with Nima and Carlo have been talking about how Conte wants to redeem himself in Europe. But with all due respect to those two accomplished and brilliant gentlemen who run a great show that I listen to every week, not for nothing, I said this with weeks left in the season. I said this after our trip to Italy. I said this. Conte has now the will and desire to release the stigma that he can't do it in Europe.
Right.
And it's something that I feel is important to him. But again, not only can he win in Europe, but can he win in Europe with Napoli? Not with Juve, not with Inter, not with Chelsea, not with Tottenham. Can he win in Europe with Napoli? And for me, a win is the semifinal. That's a win for me. Progression.
Sure.
A semifinal is a win for me, bro.
Final Four, I would love
Final
that.
Four. We play the last game of the Champions League season at the Maradona before it goes to a neutral venue for a final. Like, blows my mind to think about how realistic that may be this year.
Well, Rafa, we got a number of questions from our listeners, from Twitter, from Instagram, and the Discord. So thank you to you guys. So I want to shoot out the first question. It was going to be the last, but I'm just going to make it the first now since you mentioned it. It's from Antonio _18 in our Discord, good friend of ours. He asked, what do you think is going to be considered a good season for Napoli in all competitions? So you said semifinals and champions.
Yeah. So I'm not necessarily saying that means that's a good season. Like, obviously that's a beautiful season.
Sure.
But if you get Napoli to the quarterfinal again, I think I'm satisfied enough with that. A Scudetto.
With the Scudetto.
Obviously with a Scudetto.
Okay.
A Scudetto and a quarterfinal with this squad should be winning something, I'm not going to say I really want to win Coppa Italia, but it would be really nice to win Coppa Italia with this team that we have and the depth that we have. Again, I think the bench is a 1A. We used to be, the A squad, the B squad. I think we have a 1A squad. So if we take a 1A squad to the Coppa Italia, mind you, we're not starting in August anymore, right? Like we did last season, which sucked. And I know we don't have a great track record as of late in the Coppa Italia, but honestly, with this kind of depth, we should be able to win the whole freaking thing. So in my opinion, winning Coppa Italia and winning a Scudetto is paramount to this season. I think Napoli, as favored as they are, should win the Scudetto and should win the Doppietta. If that is coupled with a Supercoppa and a quarterfinal in the Champions League, then I'm fine. I think a semifinal in the Champions League, regardless of what we do in domestically, is a huge win for Napoli. Obviously coupled with a high finish in Serie A. You know what I mean? So that for me, a good season, what's a good season is winning trophies. That's a good season.
Okay. Well, obviously. I mean, that kind of goes without saying, Rafa.
Right, but I mean, there are
I
years
understand
where
what
we
you're
could go back and be like, oh, if we finish top four, if we no, I
Yeah.
think this year we win the Scudetto again, man. We have to.
Right. And that's kind of where my head is at. If for me, a successful season this year, it's going to be a repeat of the Scudetto because it's something that we haven't done yet.
Right.
And
Ever.
Ever. So I just think that would be a big statement. I think we now have the faculty to do it. We have the coach, and we have a president whose vision is aligned with everybody, who is humbled, who still has his personality issues, fine, but I really think who has been more humbled now and can hopefully take this team further and further. But for me, a successful season is going to be above everything, believe it or not, a back-to-back Scudetto.
Yeah.
Because it just proves consistency, and that's
Right.
something that I want to see. I know you're not going to win it every year. You're not going to win 9 in a row, but if we can get a couple back-to-back and then continue finishing in top 4 and making it to Champions League, to me, that's good for this team this season. What I really want, Rafa, what I want the most, if we don't win a Scudetto, I definitely want either semifinals or, dare I say, the finals of the Champions League. If we're not going to win a Scudetto.
Which is exactly what I was just going to ask you. So are you going to couple this repeat without tanking in Europe? Like I would, because it's one thing to win a back-to-back. That's impressive enough. We've never done it. You're right.
Yeah.
I think there'll be a little bit of a stain on it if it was at the expense of Europe.
What I'm willing to expend in Europe is nothing less than the quarterfinals. I want to
same.
Yeah,
okay.
I want.
So we're on the same page. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a stock. I need to reach back to our old high, which was quarterfinals in Champions League. I would like to touch that, at the very least, touch that again with winning a Scudetto trophy. That to me, I think, would be a real good success for us next season. Obviously, I want to win everything. I want to win the triple, but that's the fan in me. But realistically, what I think we can accomplish is a back-to-back Scudetto, and at the very least, seeing the quarterfinals again in Champions League. But I think that if we remain healthy and Conte gets it right, we surpass the quarterfinals, possibly the semifinals, with winning another Scudetto. Now, Daniel asks us, Daniel Ruggiero, who is my admin in the Napoli Discord, folks, asked us, will Conte force us to try in the Coppa Italia this year? My short answer is yes. My long answer is no.
That was kind of short too. Like
no, but it's no because
historically, why no?
Why? Because I don't think that the Coppa Italia is going to matter to ADL or Conte.
It's not that it doesn't matter to me.
Or it's just not valued as high as trying to accomplish those other goals.
The way I see it is it's of lesser importance because I don't even think Conte's ever won a Coppa Italia as a manager.
I just don't have faith in us in Coppa Italia. I'm sorry.
And at the end of the day, in the grand scheme, I don't have faith for it. But in the grand scheme of things, with what are our expectations, right? Winning the Coppa Italia isn't on the expectation list. I might have alluded to that earlier, but in reality, it's not. When I say win a trophy, I mean win the Scudetto or the Campione, Coppa Campione. Mm-hmm. I don't mean win the Coppa Italia and be it. Like, can you call it a success because we won a trophy? Sure, but it's like what they were talking about with Inter last season. Inter got so close to a treble, and they were talking about, well, what if it's only Coppa Italia they win? And it's like, well, can you technically call it a failure if they win the Coppa Italia and nothing else? Coupled with a Serie A finish 1 point behind the winners and a Champions League final? No, in my opinion, I don't think you can. They didn't win. They didn't even go to the Coppa Italia final. So at the end of the day, is it a failure? Yeah. But is it a bad season? No. So when Antonio, when Tony, whoever it was, asked what's a good season, in my opinion, a good season is competing the entire season.
Sure.
Competing the entire season. If we're let down at the end of it, we're let down. Like, I don't know if anybody, an Inter fan, would look back at last season and be like, oh, it was such a terrible season. How? You went to the Champions League final and you finished 1 point behind Napoli in the Serie A. How is it that terrible of a season?
Right.
At the end of the day, though, results matter, and especially for Napoli, results matter. Like,
yeah, I think with Inter, the expectation was so high, and then them not being able to win a trophy was a bit of a letdown. But if you're an Interisti, I think you hold your head up high, be proud of your team. They competed for the Scudetto, like literally until the last minute. They made it to the champion. They beat. Listen, guys, Inter was not supposed to beat Barcelona.
No,
at all. At all.
And it was one of the most exciting and talked about and exciting semifinals ever.
Right.
It was one of the most exciting and talked about semifinals ever, and might go down as until something, until something pops at,
Right. So, hold your head up high. I mean, you competed.
That's what I'm saying is if Napoli finished like that this season, how can you really be that mad?
Right.
Like, say Napoli this year go to every final but lose it and then lose out on the Scudetto by 1 point. How can you really be that mad? Because I mean, again,
it's frustrating not to win. Right, it's frustrating not to win a trophy, but
yeah, for sure.
Maybe Inter's standards for fans,
but Napoli fans are going to call for Conte's head and ADL's head and Manna's head and that's it, Serie B next year. Like, you know what I mean? If that were to happen. And
that
the
would
reality is
that would be silly.
This is, again, the moves we're making are era-defining moves.
Sure. And there's more to come.
Yeah, and there's more to come. So
speaking of moves, I want to touch on a couple other questions here because we're running a little low on time, Rafa. But Chris Kelly asks us, how do we feel about Jack Attack, that's Giacomo Raspadori, being moved on? And he understands from both sides, but it still doesn't sit right with him, Chris Kelly says. So who, if any, do we see moving in or out before the Mercato ends?
So first, I want to say what's up to Chris. And I hung out with him and his family for the Scudetto parties and in Naples. And that was a special moment to be able to meet Chris. And thank you for just that day was so much fun, and hope everything's okay, Chris. I'm definitely saddened by the news of the moving on of Giacomo Raspadori, especially to Atletico Madrid. However, even though I could have seen him get playing time on this squad, I also can definitely see him getting playing time at Atletico Madrid, and that can only help the Italian national team. If for those national team fans out there, you should be excited about this move, because it's not like he went to some obscure English team. It's not like he went to, a team in the Europa League in Spain. He went to Atletico Madrid, where he's going to get serious Champions League playing time, serious La Liga playing time. It's only the right move for his career. At the end of the day, I'm so super sad about it. Like when Rocco told me the news that they had come to terms with, personal terms, and he said Atletico Madrid, I said, what? It was surprising. Very, very surprising. However, it could also open the door.
Well, Rafa, before you go there,
go ahead.
I'm going to have a follow-up question, because I kind of know what you're going to say. A follow-up question was from Tony Falco. Again, also from the Discord, asking, with the incoming Raspa money now, is there any reason why ADL and Mana don't meet Sevilla's 20 million asking price tag for Juan Lu, or quite possibly another signing? Now,
yeah, go ahead.
I'm just gonna like real quick, and then I'll let you go into your answer. In order for us to make more signings, unfortunately, Simeone and Raspadori had to go. They had to open up space into the roster. There was I think part of it had to do with as far as like who you could
who you could
start
sign,
on the roster.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it's like, yeah, we're sad, but it's going to open the door for, I'm assuming, something you're going to say right now, Rafa. So I'll
the asking price for Juan Lu is 20. I think we were 17 and we were firm at 17.
Yeah.
But you brought up off the air that Sevilla are in a little bit of trouble and need to sell players. So
Sevilla has to upload in order not to break the Spanish financial fair play rules.
So
they're looking to offload 2 of their players, with Juan Lu being one of them, and maybe that's why. But Wolverhampton is in the mix.
Yeah,
is in the mix now for Juan Lu. So
what was their offer? Do you know if they had an offer?
I don't know what the offer was officially from them, but I'm assuming they're gonna try to meet that $20 million.
Well, I was told that Juan Lu wants Napoli. If that's the way it is, and Sevilla want $3 more million, I do think that this will help out. Unless they just don't value him at that price, which it wouldn't surprise me from ADL's point of view. But at the same time, I also do believe that if we are looking to offload Zanoli, we need to get a Juan Lu, because we need to have a player to be able to help give Di Lorenzo a break. He needs a break. We're going to get Anguissa break he needs. KDB's not going to play every minute of every game, so I'm not too worried about his age and his health and all that stuff. You know, you got Lorenzo Luca for Lukaku, which I'm very excited about. You got Noah Lang sharing space with Politano, or sharing space with Neres, and you have Spinazzola that's able to move up, and you have, who's the guy we just got to, the other guy that we got from Girona, Gutierrez.
Gutierrez
on the left.
Yeah, but he's kind of nursing an injury right now.
That's okay. But he's gonna help. He's gonna help in the long run with the left back. I mean, we're stacked in the center back with Sam Bukama. We got Marianucci. We can basically have a position for every player out there, except for Di Lorenzo if Zanoli leaves. So,
but does Mazzocchi continue to fill in that role?
I don't think Mazzocchi stays. I think he goes too. I think
if a guy like Juan Lu's coming, I think Mazzocchi's gone. I mean, what?
But that's what I'm saying. Is Mazzocchi, to me,
he'll be the Coppa Italia player?
Well, no, Mazzocchi's going to be gone. I think Mazzocchi's going to be gone. I think Zerbin is already gone. I think he went to Cremonese on loan.
Right, he did.
Gone. You know, so you need someone on that side. I know we spoke about how Politano goes back and forth to help out on the defense, but
that's not it. We're talking about
that's not the answer. That's not the answer. The answer would be Juan Lu, or someone like Juan Lu. Now, also though, we have to consider, we just got rid of Simeone and we just got rid of Raspadori. Do we need one more forward or one more attacking midfielder? Like, I don't know the answer to that. Do we get the Grealishes? Do we get the Yunus Musas? Do we get
the Merettis? Maybe. I mean,
what was it? Fabio Meretti? Yeah. What's his name?
Right, from Juve.
Yeah,
well, he was. He went on loan. He's a Juve player.
The thing with Meretti though is, I don't want to be hypocritical and sit here and say things like, oh, you know, they're never going to go to Juve because they're Napoli. Napoli's not going to sell to Juve. So how do we know Juve is sitting there like, I'm not going to give the Napoli anybody? You know what I mean? Right. Like, why would Juve sell to Napoli? And Napoli already favorites in the Scudetto. Why would they sell to Napoli? You know? So who knows?
You got a point there.
But I do think it'll help for Wanlu, but I also think it might bring in a serviceable bench player to add depth to that area, right? So whether it be a free moving attacking player to help around, like a replacement for Simeone, which we could argue is Luca, but I don't know if, I don't know what Conte wants to play. And then also for Raspadori, like because there was room for Raspadori on this team with the amount of games we have to play now. So we'll see how that shapes up. We're another month or so ish of the mercato, so anything can happen. But yes, selling these players are just going to help us at this point, further help us, get what we need and where we need it. So I can't see us building all this depth for all these other areas on the field and leaving Di Lorenzo out. Like I just don't see that happening.
Let me ask you then. Let's finish with this question. This is from also Antonio, who's Tezzy82 on X. Who do you think will be the biggest surprise signing for Napoli this offseason? Which team do you think will be the biggest surprise in Serie A to do better or worse?
Surprise signing for Napoli? Like meaning,
I think that was KDB. I think that happened already. That to me.
Sure. I don't know if Antonio is alluding to like someone we haven't brought in that we're going to get. If that's the case, I wouldn't doubt Napoli come up with the money for Lookman.
Lookman's not coming.
I wouldn't put it past Mana.
He wants Inter. He wants.
Well, Inter does. I mean, that's the thing is, does the Inter move happen? Because he doesn't want Atalanta. He's got to go somewhere. Where else would he go? If it doesn't happen for Inter, it will happen for Napoli. So if there's a surprise signing coming or like shock signing, I'm gonna say Lookman.
That would be a surprise signing for me.
Right. But one that I think could happen. Will it? No, but it will. It would surprise me if it did. But I also at the same time feel like he could come. As what new signing do I think will surprise us? Honestly, I really like Sam Bukama. Not that would surprise anybody because he's been doing really well. But I think Napoli's defense, as great as it was last season, is going to be so much better this season. I mean, I don't see a defense better than this one. I just don't. I don't see a defense anywhere in Europe better than this one right now.
Rafa,
and a team in Serie A to surprise, I would say look out for. Honestly, I would say look out for Roma.
Roma, I was going to say it.
Roma is going to surprise a lot. They brought in, Gasperini. It remains to be seen if he can replicate what he did at Atalanta. Because honestly, Gasperini anywhere else didn't do much. Mm-hmm. All his success was with Atalanta for 9 years, and now it's time to showcase if he can do that elsewhere. And if he can come into Roma and they finished so strongly, but like if he can come into Roma and make that happen, I think that would shock people to a degree. Also, maybe like a team out of left field, I would say I think Como is going to really do well.
Oh, man, Rafa, you're taking all my answers here.
Go ahead. You explain Como.
No. I mean, listen, it's just, I think what did Fabregas, he denied a bag of money to go to Saudi Arabia to continue
to stay.
Project.
Yeah, that's a sign right there.
So I'll start by saying I agree with you as far as a surprise team being Roma. I agree with you there. And I'm curious to see how they'll fare out this season. So I agree with you there. But I also say keep your eyes on Como, quite possibly Parma, to be major disruptors, especially for these big teams, maybe finishing in a European spot, Conference League or whatever. I think that'll be a big deal for those teams, and I want to see them succeed. I want to see these old teams kind of like get into a European spot and give people trouble, because the other ones, obviously there's a few that did well, Roma, Atalanta, I know Lazio did okay, but I want to give a chance to these other teams to see what they can do because I think it's overall good for the league. So, yeah, Roma will be a surprise, but Como, teams like Parma, keep your eye on them. I want to see what they're going to do. As far as surprise signing, I thought your Lookman shout was really good because I think it would be surprising if he did come to Napoli and he wasn't at Inter or some other team. How much do I want him? I don't know. I don't know how much I want him. I'll be honest. But who I do want, who would maybe be, I don't know if it's a surprise signing because we spoke about, he was in the news. But for me, it's that kid from Norway, Nusa.
That's a good shout, Ralphie.
All right. And I'm going to tell you a couple of reasons why. Salazar from the Discord brought up an interesting chat. He's like, the team right now, this Napoli team is slightly older. And we don't necessarily have this young, up-and-coming player with talent that can fetch us a big bag within a couple of seasons. So I think Nusa coming to this team could represent that. Now, he's a left wing, which is something that we're looking for because we can always put Neres on the right with Politano, laying Nusa on the left, and we are set. This kid is young, crafty, energetic, and you saw what he did. And people say, "Oh, well, he did this one thing with Italy." Now, no, I mean, look at his highlights.
That's not it. That's not all he did.
He got handles. This guy got handles, man.
Oh, sure.
And he's young. He's like 20 years old. I mean, we would be screaming Cavada who if this guy gets playing time on the field. And if he does well within a year or two, I mean, the bag of money this kid could bring us in within the next 3 to 4 years, I think would be awesome. So I'm going to call Nusa. Now, surprise or not, I'm not sure, but it's definitely one that I really, really want right now, especially if we're going to try to pursue another left wing.
We need
somebody young. We need a kid on the team.
Before you mentioned him, I completely forgot about Noah Lang, man. We got Noah Lang.
Lang.
Noah Lang represents 12 goals, 11 assists, maybe in a season. Like something that we didn't really see a lot of on the wings. Like we saw spurts of it from Neres last season. And obviously Kvara was doing what he was doing, but after Kvara left, that was kind of part of the game that was missing was Noah Lang's like the positional contribution to the team. Right. Now we're going to get that. It's like we're adding goals and assists to this team. Plus KDB is going to get double-digit assists. Like this, I'm so excited, Ralph. When does the season start again?
The 23rd.
23rd can't come any sooner, dude. Like it's only the 11th right now, August 11th.
Not far, 12 more days, bro.
It's not far. England and another league I think starts this weekend, and then the weekend after, dude, is the 23rd. Are we on the road to we start on the road, don't we, to Udinese? Is that where we start?
Udinese or Sassuolo? No.
Oh, Sassuolo. It is Sassuolo. That's right. Oh, I cannot wait, man. I just can't wait. I can't wait. Here we are again. Guess who's back again?
Guess who's back?
Rant is back. Tell a friend.
Tell a friend. Well, guys, we'll probably wrap up from here, but we hope you enjoyed the show. Just big thanks to all the people who sent us some questions. It really helps drive the show.
Yes,
we'll certainly do more of that throughout the year.
Let's keep doing that. We have to. Yeah, absolutely. One of the things about our show, Ralph, one of the things that people love about our show, and especially now that we're missing the live aspect of our show now, is the interaction between fans, and we want to continue that. So we're encouraging big time questions, comments, concerns, so that we could talk about it here, so you can feel heard by us, and also maybe we'll come up with a way to incentivize it, like just keep them coming though. The more we post about a new show getting posted, the more we want some questions, comments, concern, anything you want to say to us. Even if it's just hello, which Christopher Estrada sent me that.
Yeah. What up, Chris?
I said, Chris Estrada, do you have any questions? Because he was like, oh, excited about the show coming back. And he goes, I said, you have any questions for us, brother? And he goes, not necessarily. I was like, listen, I'll shout you out, blah, blah. He said, not necessarily. I just wanted to say hello, say hi to Biz, say hi to your family, and I can't wait for the show. So that earned him a shout out on the show today too. Awesome. Chris Estrada, thank you so much for the support. Continued. Vincenzo Bertillo, I want to say also, I did get a nice comment from Gaetano today personally about coming back. Just want to say thank you to you guys, Joe Fischetti as well, and Henry and Michele. Let's keep it going. Oh, also, Dan Bowen. I want to say hey to Dan Bowen because he's always liking and reposting our stuff too. So
get on his X, Napoli Nation.
Yeah, Napoli Nation TV. I hear he wants to come back with that. The more Napoli content, the better. I'm telling you. I want more of this. Maybe so that we could do less.
Give us a break here, guys. But
I value all of these different opinions.
Yeah.
So I want more of it. Let's go.
Yeah. And guys, listen, again, I'll reiterate, cncusa.org. If you have something to say, come and say it. Write it down. I will post it. I think it's really cool for these user-generated articles because who knows Napoli better than us? You know, it's us. We're the ones that need. We got to be the driving force here, guys. We said we wanted something. We have it. Let's use it. It's here for you. It's free. We're flexible. Bring it on. Bring it on, man. Bring it on. If you have something to say, if you have a club, if you need any help, just reach out. cncusa.org. Our email is cncusa26@gmail.com. You can contact us there if you need anything. Big shout to Quentin for helping me out. He was one of the financiers on this project. I just want to say a big thank you to him. He was always involved with the Facebook group. He still is. He represents us well. And I'm just happy to have him as a friend. We hung out the other night and we were kind of looking at each other. I was like, bro, let's do it. Let's just do it. And it was so impromptu. I mean, the idea was there, but we just got up and did it. And it was amazing. And there's more to come. I also have something else coming up there. We're going to see the article, but we are, remember years ago, we kind of did a small sponsorship for with CNC to Vic from the New Jersey club for running a triathlon. Yes. Rafa, you don't know this actually. You don't know this yet. This is news for you.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
I am going to help support Jacob Peter from Napoli Club Glasgow from Scotland. He is running the Neapolis Marathon. It's called in October. Yes. I reached out to him. I am developing a kit for him, a CNC USA kit, almost as like a sponsorship. I am going to donate some money. I will share his campaign. Guys, if you can throw down $1, $5.
What if we did a GoFundMe for that?
He already has it. He already has it set. It's in the
so
Discord.
We'll post it. We'll post the info on the show notes in the show notes, and also on our socials.
On the socials, on the website, in the Discord. Guys, you want to show your support? What better way, man? Throw the guy $5. Throw the guy $5.
Oh, that's such great news, man.
He's gonna wear a CNC. I'm so excited for this, Rafa. He's gonna wear a CNC USA kit that I'm gonna develop custom for him. It's gonna be similar. I have this design set that I did for Vic. I'm going to do one for him. And quite possibly, guys, I am setting up, if we can do it, I wanted to do this so bad, I want to do it again. The Tunnels to Tower 5K run in New York City. I want to install a team from, to represent CNC USA for that run. It's in the end of September. I'm trying to get some more information and quite possibly maybe pull the trigger by August 18th or so, by the mid-August, right before the game starts. If you're interested in this, reach out again in our socials or on the website and come be a part of this. All right. I will pay for the kit. I will try to raise money. There is a fee to enter. That's the only thing I would ask for somebody to pay for, but everything else I got. That's awesome. Let's try to represent. So shout out to Jacob Peter, man. It's going to be sick.
Shout out to Jacob Peter. Rafi, what if we did a Glasgow trip this year?
Probably not going to happen this year. I'm not going to lie. I'm probably ain't going to Glasgow this year, but I will go at some point. I promise you.
Oh man, come on, man. We gotta go to Glasgow and show support.
We should.
We'll graduate to Glasgow.
We'll graduate. Maybe we'll do domestic first, and then
let's keep it local right now.
On the international.
At some point, we'll meet.
I would love to see the good. I would love to see the good Dr. Henry Bell and the rest of the crew out there. The
Visiting them over there. Yeah, exactly. But hey, listen, I want to say that that's great news. I actually am also like I'm doing my usual Fantacalcio league, but I'm also joining Henry Bell's brand new Fantacalcio league,
Sweet.
and it has all of the Glasgow mates in there.
Awesome.
So that's awesome, and it's good to find that out from you on live on the air. While just today I said yes to them for that. So yeah, I'm so stoked about this season and what we can do. Let's get it going, man. Let's do it.
Get it going. All right, folks. Rafa, great show as always. Big thank you to all our listeners if you stayed up until the end here. We appreciate you, Rafa. But until next time,
follow us, like us, subscribe to us, leave reviews for us, do all the things you got to do to help us out. And I'm going to end the way I usually end. Campione d'Italia again.
Campione d'Italia. One more time. Let's get that
again.
repeat. Until then, guys. Forza Napoli sempre.
Sempre. Ciao, ciao, Rafi.
Ciao, guys.